The grid forms up. 23 riders will contest the 8th round of the MotoGP World Championship at this legendary Assen venue. Red flag has been taken away. Johan Zarco.
Zarco got away well, but Marc Marquez.
Valentino Rossi up into 3rd place. They come into the Struben corner for the first time, and then they explode like a cork out of the bottle down through the Veenslang.
Zarco on that soft front, soft Michelin rear tyre already starts to break away from Marquez and the chasing pack.
That was the plan, and that is exactly what has happened. Maverick
6-lap finish.
Through the chicane for the very first time. They crossed the line. What will Zarco's advantage be at the front? It is 0.6 of a second over Mark.
He's down into Struben, turn number 5. He's got 2 GP16s ahead of him, Bautista and Redding.
Down through the Veenslang they come. There you are. There is Bautista. You've got to be patient, haven't you, if you're in the chasing pack, because you know that probably those softer option tyres are going to start degrading before the end of the race.
Well, that's what the strong assets. Jonas Folger had a shocker from that 6th place on the grid. That runoff at the Ruskin hook dropped him all the way down to last place and 23rd.
They must have got past Alvaro Bautista.
So quickest man on track last time around was Marc Marquez in 2nd place at 1:35.001. Just about as long as they keep overtaking each other, they're going to be losing contact with Danilo Petrucci, currently in 4th place. Of course, Petrucci was 4th in Barcelona when he crashed out very late on a couple of weeks ago. Poncharal already taking big gulps of water. Dry mouth already for the team boss. He won't have many fingernails left by the end of this race as well if Johan Zarco continues this charge to what would run on track with a 1:34.752.
Great ride by Alvaro Bautista. As you can see, he is now in front of Scott Redding.
Is that Marquez? Look at that, he was almost down there, Marquez. Was that big front end slide from the reigning world champion.
They are absolutely, and Zarco in front of him.
Yeah, the theory, which of course has been thrown out of the window quite a few times this year, is with that hard tyre
just behind him.
You know, and he's just put in the fastest lap of the race. Credit to him, he's come up for some fierce criticism for some underwhelming performances on that Suzuki. We saw him fight for the podium in Qatar.
It's 9th place
on the Italian, just about a 10th faster than the 3 riders in front of him. What a battle that's raging here at 4th, 5th place. Scott Redding's got a bit of daylight between himself, you know.
Champion Davizioso and Vignales.
And 2 riders who are really, really struggling. Danny Pedrosa's way down in 13th place. Jorge Lorenzo still not able to find himself into the point scoring.
He's been in such good form.
It's pretty much as you were, isn't it, in terms of the gap between those top 4. They concertina up the effect of the brakes going into the Timmer chicane then. Redding tries to break away from the chasing pack led by Iannone from Davizioso, Bautista, Vignales and Crutchlow. This is really impressive by Scott Redding.
Yeah, he certainly has where he would want to be. Zarco still leads the way. Momentarily into turn 1 off the start line. We saw Marc Marquez lead the way, but Zarco made him wait. Though I thought Valentino Rossi had a little thing about getting up the inside of Marquez there.
You have to give more kudos and take your hat off again to Danilo Petrucci.
That has really concertinaed up now, hasn't it, as they come down towards the Veenslang. 18.5 laps to go, round 8 of the MotoGP World.
This could be a ride-saving ride by Scott Redding the way he's going. He's riding for his future. Lots of rumours about whether Pramac Ducati are considering other options. Well, we know they are.
Just waiting for this explosion to come.
Yeah, Marquez and Rossi look really strong in that 4th sector. But it's edge grip you need through those fast change of direction. And, you know, with Zarco, you just wonder whether, you know, he might be just running out of a little bit of edge grip with that soft option rear tyre.
The trouble is, Scott, Davizioso is bringing along a few friends with him, isn't he? And that does include now Maverick Vignales.
Yeah, Scott Redding's early charge. How much has he burned up? One way to go, but Davizioso and Vignales started to really pile on the pressure now.
Yeah, as far as the championship goes, if Vignales could finish in front of Davizioso.
It's frustration you can see there written all over his face. He knew that was an opportunity to score points for only the 2nd time in his MotoGP career. The last thing he needed when he's riding for his Ruskin hook. So that's it, there's no rider now in MotoGP that scored points in every race. Jonas Folger was the last one, the first race error we've seen of the year from the German, not the way he would have.
GP16 is quick. And he's quite capable of staying with these guys as we stand at the moment. Ready, coming under real pressure. Dovizioso thinks about getting on the inside of Vignales.
Plastic and clinical timber chicane move there on the brakes by Bautista, executed to absolute perfection. So Bautista back up into 7th place. Rossi's through on Marquez. So Yamaha 1-2 then. Johann Zarco, the rookie sensation, still leading. Marquez led briefly off the line. Zarco.
Rossi moved into 2nd place, the first move of the top 4 for a long, long time. Zarco trying to break them to the front, that hasn't worked, so we'll just see what Zarco's got. We know what Zarco's got. He will fight aggressively to hang in there.
I'm just wondering whether Marquez was going to have another lunge at Rossi at the timber chicane. Contact between Zarco and Rossi. Rossi was really fortunate, the 2nd time this year that there's been contact between Zarco and Rossi. Cash your minds back to the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas.
Incident, right. Let's have a look at it.
Yeah, Rossi's running a wider line. Zarco, Rossi just ran the wide line. You can see there the contact lifted Rossi's foot off the left. Zarco though, he was doing a Rossi there. Once you pass, you know, when Rossi gets overtaken, he fights straight back at the next corner. And that's what Zarco was trying to do. There's nothing wrong.
In crucial laps to go.
Yellow flags are waving there at the final chicane. Vignales has crashed. The World Championship leader, Maverick Vignales, has crashed out. We saw the...
Down he goes, coming out of the chicane. Left-hander loses the front end, and his championship lead almost certainly will disappear. We ride with him.
So then, well, how's the championship going to shape up now? Vignales absolutely dejected. He'd done so much of the hard work to get himself up, find his teammate in the championship.
Meanwhile, at the front, 2 old friends are meeting up, and they are ready for the fight of all fights.
Dear me, I now dropped back behind Danilo Petrucci on this lap. So Zarco back in 4th. Has he made a mistake, or is he just running out of a bit of a grip? Straight away, Marquez gets the Vignales out on his pit board.
Next weekend, bitter disappointment for the 22-year-old. Confirmation of where it stands at the moment.
Wow, look at that. We could be going to the Saxon Ring if you see World Championship. That could all change, of course, with this fantastic fight raging now between Rossi and Marquez. It looks like Johann Zarco might be struggling to hang on in there.
It's this race because it will make the championship so much closer, but I don't even think they've been thinking about the World Championship.
I tell you what, they won't be forgetting old battles. They'll be remembering old battles in this one. They've just set personal best laps. Bradley Smith has crashed out of the race on the factory KTM. Smith was circulating in 20th place.
We ride with was against Marc Marquez. The big news, though, from Assen. Championship leader Maverick Vignales has crashed out. And if Andrea Dovizioso stays where he is in 5th place, he will be the new leader of the World Championship riding the Ducati. But there's still 11.5 laps to go.
Absolutely right in the victory contention.
Yeah, pulls right up on the rear wheel there of Marc Marquez. 3rd, of course, in Mugello, right in contention in Barcelona. 11 laps to go here in Assen. The Yellow Army can't believe it because their man leads the way. But there's a lot more of this race to go.
He's going for it. That's Ruben, turn number 5, Petrucci. I was just about to say he's lining up a move on Marquez, and he does it at the very next corner. Petrucci up into 2nd place. Get tyre on. That could be absolutely crucial. Could be a decisive choice because, in theory, the theory has been blown out the window a few times this year in MotoGP. Then Rossi in the final laps of the race.
Starts in Barcelona and here, really going well in Barcelona before he crashed out. Rossi into the chicane. What a famous victory this would be for the 38-year-old.
He's got 10 laps to go. Dovizioso. There might be more crucial World Championship points at stake for the Italian. Has he got time to hunt down this man Zarco? Here is Rossi, looking pretty confident, looking pretty comfortable. He did lead, of course, on the final lap in Le Mans when he buckled under intense pressure from his teammate Maverick Vignales.
Knows he's clearing off, and also knows that he's having problems getting past Danilo Petrucci. Again, he knows as well that Maverick Vignales is out of the race, so he doesn't want to take too many risks. Lorenzo, Baz Abraham, Rins Barbara, Espargaro Pole and Tito Rabat. We've had crashes for Bradley Smith, Maverick Vignales, Jonas Folger.
Here last year when he crashed out, just in front of Cal Crutch, so that's at Struben, turn number 5 for Bautista, so another top 6 slips through the grasp of the Spaniard.
Really sorry to butt in, Nick. We are getting a few minute little drops down here in pit lane.
No,
it's if it stays like this, it's okay to race. If it's okay,
potential sting in the tail here. You are now allowed to pull it.
Dovizioso is. Oh, sorry, I'm getting it.
You can see quite clearly. Dovizioso's ahead of Zarco. You can see quite clearly. Can he make it 3 in a row? What a hat trick this would be for Andrea Dovizioso. He's on the podium places.
7.5 laps to go.
The issue for Rossi is he's hitting the rain spots first, so Rossi's going to be more cautious than those behind him. Petrucci's using Rossi as a great reference. Petrucci's about to take Valentino Rossi to Zarco's entered the pits. Now, has he gambled and rolled the dice, or has he got a problem? Zarco has come in.
Zarco first, man.
Yeah, he's changing. Does he? That's absolutely nothing to lose.
Right back at the front, Rossi under real pressure now from Danilo Petrucci. Andrea Dovizioso also in the hunt. It's Italians 1, 2, 3, but it's Yamaha, Ducati. Got the feeling that Petrucci wants to make a move because he knows that Dovizioso is coming like a...
Valentino Rossi leads in at the start of lap 21. An all-Italian top 3 at the moment. Marc Marquez is not being shaken off. Cal Crutch is over the line in 5th. Petrucci out a little bit wide at the first.
Lorenzo here.
He's coming in for his bike swap. Those guys now need it to absolutely pour down with rain.
On Marc Marquez, Aston works Petrucci. Fall back immediately in the left hand of the Struben corner. Marquez is quite happy there now in 4th place. We still have 5.5 laps to go.
Zarco, Jorge Lorenzo, Hector Barber, and Alex Rins. Petrucci, he keeps having a look up the inside of Rossi, doesn't he, at Ramshock? He's going to have a lunge at the inside of the Timber chicane. Surely Petrucci will go up the inside.
We'll just stand up and applaud. This is
through again.
Oh, Dovizioso through at turn 1 at the Harbour.
Petrucci just struggling a little bit hard on. He has stood firm like a rock at the front of this race.
Down through the Veenslang. 4 3/4 laps to go. Here comes Dovizioso. He definitely
leading in wet conditions here 1 year ago. Oh, Petrucci, that was tight up at Mandevane. He keeps having a look up the inside of Rossi, but he can't quite make it through.
You've got to say, Petrucci now leads away. Rossi in 2nd place. They're through the round shot, up to the chicane. Will Rossi try and fight back at the chicane? No, Petrucci leads. He should cross.
Petrucci led in Assen last year, didn't finish the race. He led in Germany last year, crashed out in wet conditions. Here he now leads in Assen.
Danilo Petrucci chasing it.
Oh, they're pulling away quite easily. Dovizioso and Marquez then, maybe just running out of steam at the end of this race. Johan Zarco just come over the line. We know that he's on full wets. He did a 1:40
start and finish. Through the very, very fast Ramshock left-hander they will come.
Well, now Rossi can use Petrucci as the reference. He's done all the legwork himself for a while.
Of soccer. People are going crazy. 105,000 spectators, and they are being richly entertained by the best.
With penalty, he exceeded the pit lane speed limit when he came in to change bikes. You can only run at 60 kilometres an hour, so Johan Zarco.
Can you? Assen TT here in Holland. Petrucci closes up right again on the rear wheel of Rossi. They're through the Ramshock. They will line up the chicane. This is where Rossi took Petrucci to take the lead on the previous lap.
Hats off to Rossi. Another DNF now would be so detrimental for his World Championship challenge. To score in places.
Back at the front. Can Rossi just open up a precious advantage on
Crutchlow's somebody's brain's working sharper than mine right now.
More than ours is at the moment. This is the battle for 3rd place. Petrucci and Rossi still fighting out for...
Crutchlow has taken 3rd place from Marquez at the Timber chicane. We're on the last lap. It's a straight showdown then for the victory, surely between Rossi and Petrucci. 0.4 of a second Rossi led against Viñales in Le Mans. Rossi's got a pretty healthy buffer there as they come through the Struben corner. 13 corners left for Rossi, chasing what would be a 10th career victory in Grand Prix. Has he finally broken the resolve of Petrucci? Crutchlow again finds himself back up into 3rd place. Who's going to take 3rd? Nobody can guess. This is up
to take 3rd place. His 115th Grand Prix victory. Valentino Rossi wins here in Assen.
Petrucci a fantastic 2nd. Marquez just holds up for 3rd place. What a fight, what a race here in Assen. A classic in front of a crowd of 105,000. Valentino Rossi for the 10th time here in Assen, victorious in front of that passionate Dutch crowd. 20
absolutely unbelievable Dutch TT. We've seen many a great battle round here.
Was that pivotal? Was that crucial? Petrucci reversed in Mugello, where Valentino Rossi was doing the congratulations. Andrea Migno then, that's brownie points, celebrating with the boss like that, isn't it? Look at that, the longest winning career.
He was former 250cc world champion and also a great 500cc Grand Prix rider. He has done it.
Danilo Petrucci, let's not forget the part that it's win.
I think it was, 2013.
First win then for Rossi in over a year, his first win in 19, and what a time to do it. Where Marc Marquez thought, oh no, I'm down the road here. How he saved that moment on the front of the Timmy chicane was quite remarkable.
Where do you start about this round?
Players going off, there's going to be some pretty jubilant scenes very, very shortly.
The most popular man